What is going on, guys? In today's video I will show you the best endgame staff and crossbow build and Throne of Liberty. So in this guide I will show you a fully maxed setup with the best possible tier 1 gear, traits, masteries, skill rotations and everything else. And the best part about this is that for every single build choice I will explain my reasons and also how and where to get this powerful gear. And just overall you will be able to see what a fully maxed tier 1 character will look like and what at the endgame you can achieve as well. So if you want to use the best build in the game, then let's get right into it. The setup is focused around the Mother Nature's protest to capitalize on the big projectile skills from both 4 weapons. This build will work by spamming skills like the quick fire and the fireball barrage right when they come off cooldown, but as we are high spam and high damage, so we will need quite a lot of mana as well, so that's why we will be using skills like the inner peace and mana exchange. So if you are ready to stack incredibly high dexterity, cooldown speed and bonus damage as high as possible to achieve super high DPS, then this is the build for you. So let's move over to the setup. For the choice of weapons we are going with the staff and the crossbow. And first of all we have our skills. So for defensive skill we use the Rapturing Parry, while for active skills we get the Fireball Barrage, Judgment Lightning, Ice Spear, High Focus, Inner Peace, Mortal Mark, Selfless Diffusion, Mother Nature Protest, Mana Exchange, Weak Point Shot, Quick Fire and Serial Fire Bombs. As you can see from the gameplay, I don't have all of the same skill icons on my bar. It is because the skill icons will change depending on our specialization setup. So Ice Spear will turn into the Ice Spear Bombardment, and Serial Fire Bombs will turn into the Focused Fire Bombs. Then for passives we want to go with the Mana Ball Eruption, Flame Condensation, Asceticism, Forbidden Sanctuary, Ambidexterity, Piercing Strike, Bloodlust and Eagle Vision. As for skill upgrade priority for active skills, we mainly want to focus on the Inner Peace, Mana Exchange, Selfless Diffusion, Mother Nature Protest, High Focus, Quick Fire, Fireball Barrage and Serial Fire Bombs. While for passive skills we focus on the Forbidden Sanctuary, Asceticism, Piercing Strike, Ambidexterity, Bloodlust, Flame Condensation, Mana Ball Eruption and Eagle Vision. And then for the rest of their skills, they're not as important, so just upgrade them as you progress through the game. Also remember to always upgrade all of your skills to blue first before moving on to the purple. Next we have skill specialization, and for the Fireball Barrage we select the Fireball Frenzy and cooldown. Then for Ice Spear get the Ice Spear Bombardment and damage increase. For Inner Peace don't get anything. For Selfless Diffusion get the Aggression. For Mana Exchange get the Skill Effect Enhanced and Stamina Recovery. For Quick Fire get the Gale, Minimum Chain Fire and the cooldown. Then for Judgment Lightning get both of these damage transfers. Then for High Focus get the base damage boost. For Mortal Mark don't get anything. For Mother Nature Protest get the Flame Arrow. Then for Weak Point Shot select the cooldown. And finally for the Serial Fire Bombs get these 4, so Focused Fire Bombs, Mobility, Radius Increased and Projectile Speed Increase. Next we have the Weapon Mastery, and this is how it should look like for the staff. So take a look at the middle and get everything from the Radiant Composure up until the Mana Intensification. Then next go to the bottom and get that entire row. And then again this is how it should look like for the crossbow. So pretty much the same thing. At the start get everything in the middle, starting with the mystical region up until the cold vision. And then last but not least go to the bottom and get this entire row. Next let's take a look at our gear. And if you are looking for a full green or blue gear setup, then I recommend for you to watch my previous build videos. So first off, we are using the Toblach Shattering Quarterstaff with traits like the hit chance, heavy attack chance and cooldown speed. All of your gear should be at its max level, and you can get it from the Tyrant's Isle. Next we have the Rex Chimerus Crossbow with heavy attack chance, critical hit chance and added attack speed. You can get it from the Temple of Slaughter. Next we have Phantom Wolf Mask with mana regen, ranged evasion and cooldown speed. Also, by using 2 pieces of the Ghost Wolf set, we will get a damage bonus, and you can get it by defeating the Talus. Next we have the Supreme Devotion with mana regen, skill damage resistance and debuff duration. You can get it from the Cave of Destruction. Next we have the Phantom Wolf Tunic with max health, ranged evasion and buff duration. You can get it from the Tyrant's Isle. Next we have Shadow Harvester Grips with mana regen, magic evasion and ranged evasion. By using 2 pieces of the dead set, we will get plus 14% critical damage, and you can get it from the Temple of Slaughter. Next we have the Shadow Harvester trousers with mana regen, magic evasion and ranged evasion. You can get it by defeating the Juno boat. Next we have the Swirling Essence shoes with max health, melee evasion and movement speed. You can get it from the Cursed Wasteland. Next up we have the Clasp of the Conqueror with max health, skill damage boost and buff duration. You can only get it from the purple armor chests. Next we have the Bracers of the Primal King with max health, skill damage resistance and debuff duration. You can get it from the Cave of Destruction. Next we have the Ember Dimensional Band with max health, skill damage boost and buff duration. You can only get it from the purple armor chests. Next we have the Band of the Universal Power with mana regen, skill damage boost and buff duration. You can get it from the purple armor chests. And finally we have the Girdle of the Spectral Skulls with mana regen, skill damage resistance and debuff duration. You can get it by defeating the Adentas. Last but not least, if at this current moment you only have blue gear, then don't worry, because that gear doesn't really matter, and you will soon enough start changing it for the purple pieces. The setup that I showed is the best current gear that anyone can farm, but no matter what gear you choose, this build will still work fine. But this setup is just an example of what the best of the best items will look like. Next up, let's take a look at our gear upgrades. This game doesn't have a very typical gear progression. So by this I mean that you'll have to upgrade pretty much anything you get. So you'll go from grey to green to blue and finally to purple. No matter at which stage of progression you're watching this video, just keep upgrading your equipment to their max level. And then when you get better gear, just transfer the experience from the old one to the new one. As for my gear recommendations, when you reach level 50, just farm accessible gear by doing open world dungeons. Also, you want to extract traits from gear for Lucent. On top of that, the purple gear that you don't use, you will want to turn into lithographs and then sell them on the auction house. Last but not least, for your traits just prioritize the ones that give you the highest damage. And don't forget that you can acquire new traits by using the trait unlock stone. Next up we have the stats, and depending on your gear you should adjust them accordingly. The goal for your endgame build is to reach 30 strength, 70 dexterity, 30 wisdom and 40 perception, and all of these milestones will improve our build and give us extremely high damage. And now finally we have come to the gameplay. So first off we have our main DPS rotation, which we start by using the Mother Nature's Protest, then High Focus, then Inner Peace and then right away the Rapturing Parry. And this will use the Block Cancel. Then afterwards we use the Selfless Diffusion, then Mortal Mark, then Quick Fire, then Fireball Brush. And now we finish it off with the Ice Spear Bombardment. Our main goal with this combo is to get insane amount of damage by activating the Mother Nature's Protest 24/7. And then by us cancelling our Inner Peace cast, which we can do by using the Rapturing Parry, we will get a huge mana efficiency boost. So then from here we just use most of our skills to do huge damage. And then second of all, if you choose to use a different rotation, just always keep in mind to use the Mana Sustain combo, which means simply activating the Inner Peace and then the Rapturing Parry. And now finally, here are my few tips and tricks for this playstyle. So Mother Nature's Protest will apply the burn effect with every hit, which will trigger the flame condensation. The burn damage is based on the skill level of the focused fire bombs. So respectively, you will want to use the focused fire bombs and Judgment Lightning whenever they come off cooldown. Also, Quick Fire and Mana Exchange will come off cooldown quickly, so make sure to spam them as much as possible for the sustained DPS and to never have to worry about mana. And then finally, try and time your Mortal Mark with the projectile skills. If you see them, that they are coming right up, and that's about it. So, if you enjoyed this video, click like, subscribe and comment. If you're interested in more content, then check out my channel and I will see you in the next one. So take it easy, peace.